Alright, peace to the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and chiefesses, and priests and priestesses of the motherfucking land. Hope y'all having a great cosmic rising or night, depending on when you catch to see this video. This entire video is going to be about our president. The title of this video will be called Third Assassination Attempt. Because I spoke on this a while back. The first two tries that were attempted. But I also, the last video I had made speaking on it, I said that there would be a third. And there's many reasons on why I'm going to show you why there might potentially be a third. But so far, Trump has been, what I would like to call a dictator. You feel me? Similar to Hitler. If nobody agrees with what he got going, he getting you up out of here. If nobody, agrees with what he got going, he sends everybody to publicly backlash you and attack you. Nobody fucks with what he got going. He can remove you from federal positions if you work in the government. Like, he's doing things without no consequences. He's able to pull off certain actions with no type of government repercussions. You feel me? So, right now there's some shit going on in Texas. I'm gonna play the video here. It's just a lot going on. Put it like that. And this term with Trump, I like, to be honest with you, like I said, I never supported either party. When I seen the election between Kamala and Trump, Biden and Trump, whatever you want to call it, nigga, I just knew we were fucked as a country. Especially black people, like, voting has never done nothing for us. I don't get why my people keep telling us, oh yeah, you need to vote. What the fuck does it do for us? It hasn't done shit for us for the past 55 decades, niggas. 4, 50, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 decades. Nigga ain't done shit for us. So I don't even know why my people even consider voting or talking about voting. It has nothing to do with us. And the reason why I bring that up is because, for the simple fact, bro, we were fucked. You had a president that was going to make a law, and this is Kamala. You had a president that was going to, when she became president, she was going to make a law where transgender men, women, whatever you want to call it, men trying to act like women can go in women's bathrooms, and women trying to act like men can go in men's bathrooms. They were going to allow that. That's fucked up. And it was going to give a lot of pedophiles a lot more leeway to do a lot of fuck shit. And then you got Mr. Trump himself, who's a pedophile and also a trafficker. And it was like, bro, you were either going to pick throw up or shit to eat. That's literally what was given to us in the election. I dare say any election, every election, nigga. Every election, you either given throw up or shit. Pick one. And I can't even say the lesser of the two evils, because Kamala and Trump are on the same level of evil. They're both pedophiles. But you got Trump, though. It was either between a motherfucker letting weirdos in bathrooms where children go, or another nigga that was going to protect these same pedophiles to harm more children. Like, it's crazy, bro. And we got throw up to eat instead of shit. Or shit to eat instead of throw up. Whatever you want to call it. They both bad, nigga. We got Trump. And what's making it even worse now, he's doing a lot of things. He has diplomatic immunity. Do y'all not forget all the charges he was supposed to go to jail for? But the moment he got in seat, all those charges was dropped for so-called hush money. What you think that hush money was about? What you think he was really doing? He has diplomatic immunity. But Trump is so damn dumb, because he was the main nigga talking about, I'm going to blow the lid off the Epstein files. And, he tells a lot of lies to pull people in. I told y'all, Trump is two-faced. He's literally two-faced from the DC universe, bro. One minute he telling you all this shit, and then when he get off camera and go behind closed doors, behind closed curtains, his real face is shown, and it's ugly as fuck. He was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna blow the lid off these files and drain the swamp." MAGA people going crazy thinking because he's feeding into these people fantasy. It's no different than the conscious community. These motherfuckers in the conscious community calls always talking about this shit and that shit, feeding into people's fantasies. And then when they done, they're like, "Oh, can y'all donate?" Because these motherfuckers don't. It's the same with Trump. He feeds into people's fantasies. I'm gonna blow the lid off the Epstein files, the JFK files, everybody in the QAnon and shit like that. And now you got the QAnon and the MAGA motherfucker scratching their head like, "Damn, nigga, you said you was gonna do all this. We don't see nothing getting done." You feel me? A lot of MAGA people. I told y'all. Now we're in that new energy now where even the NPCs are finally scratching their heads, questioning what the hell is going on. Their programs is being broken, nigga. Even like I said, even the MAGA people, they're scratching their heads right now like, what the fuck is going on? You said you was gonna release these files. Then when the shit get real on these files, now you want to talk about Pam Bondi, her motherfucking. Anyways, that bitch said, "I got the files on my desk, ready to be read and go, last year." And then this year, now she's saying there's no files. Trump is saying there's no files. The DOJ is saying there's no file. There's no list. My bad. There's files, but there's no client list. We want the client list. That's really all people want. We don't care about the details and what was done to these victims and none of that. We want to know the client list. What is a client? A client is a customer, clientele, a customer that goes to shop with somebody for something. There was even a poll on this. 70 to 80% of Americans, I don't even want to say believe. They know. Fuck believing. They know there's a client list with many government officials, popular businessmen, in celebrities, popular businessmen, high-ranking politicians, and the president himself and celebrities are on that client list that were buying children and also buying organs, because there was Epstein supposedly had another island or something like that, where it was like a scientific shit was taking place on children, specifically little girls, breeding programs and shit like that. Just saying. Not sure if it's true or not, but word on the conspiracy theory street, the nigga did have another island where he was doing breeding shit and sick scientific experiments on children and adults that were trafficking victims as well. So this shit get deep, bro. But I want to play this video. We're gonna play, multiple videos real quick.
So that is correct. And Will, as we're talking right now,
oh my
Texas
God.
Department of Public Safety officers are on the streets looking for those Democrat House members to arrest them.
They're on, bro. Jesus.
To take them to the Texas Capitol.
You're hiding Democrats under the floorboards, aren't you?
To hold them there until a quorum is reached.
All right, and that may, I'm not sure how many, can you tell me how many different representatives that we're talking about are in the state of Texas? I believe you're 6 short right now of a quorum. Would that number bring you to a quorum?
Got to catch them all, right?
So that's a fact that we don't know yet. We don't know which Democrats remain in the state who are not yet identified.
Are you hiding enemies
we don't
of the
know
state?
exactly how many are out of state. But know this also, Will, and that is the Texas Department of Public Safety is also working.
Explain this to a non-American viewer. So basically what happened in Texas is they were going to have a vote on redistricting, like the voting, and the redistricting was going to be in favor of this guy's party. And basically...
And when he say this guy's party, he's talking Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott, who's a Republican. And he's the governor of Texas. And, he's headquartered here where I live at in Austin, Texas. And I just want to say that Governor Abbott is definitely a racist. I can see it in that nigga eyes. That nigga hate black people. He hate Mexicans. Nigga, he probably hate, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably a couple, He probably got a little bit of Chinese hate in him too. He look like he hate Chinese people, Mexicans, and black people. I don't know why, but he just looks like a major racist.
Of the people of the opposite.
Not saying he is. Well, yeah, I'm not saying he is. He just looks like it. My bad, not stereotype. I profile like the cops do. I be profiling. So I'm profiling this nigga a racist for sure, for sure. I don't know if there's any footage or anything out there that people could probably find on this nigga. The internet good at finding shit. But I'm pretty sure this nigga racist.
Party decided to literally pack up their toys and go home. They said, fuck you, we're not going to vote on this. We're going to leave the entire state. And we're going to shut the entire thing down and prevent the vote from happening. Well, apparently, abdicating or whatever, like leaving your post of duty, is against the law. And it's apparently also a...
And the reason why I'm showing y'all this is because there's a literal collapse. Our government is... I don't think people know it right now. We here, y'all. You know, in the words of my big brother Rashad Jamal, you feel me? They gonna keep... We in the end right now. We're in the end game. The reason why it doesn't look like end game, because they're gonna keep playing the violin as the ship sinks. They're gonna keep milking this system as much as possible before it collapses. You gotta... I've been telling people... To anybody that pay taxes, you're poor. Even middle class. Biden wiped out the middle class. The middle class is now poor now. It's the poor gets the rich. That's what Biden's job was. Biden's job was to wipe out the middle class. And then Trump's job was to come in and further solidify that by making the rich richer and the poor poor. Simple. All these niggas is in on it. Niggas be thinking the Republicans and the Democrats is against each other separate. And them niggas is in on it. They literally construct whole Hollywood plays behind closed curtains before they show it on TV to us, and we think it's live footage, live house meetings, actual shit being talked about and taking place there, and shit is going to get... Have you noticed that every president that say they going to do some shit never do it, bro? I'm going to be for real with you. Every president that said they was going to do some shit never did it. I don't get it. I don't think we need nobody. We don't... It's going to come to a point where Americans is going to learn we don't need a president. We don't need just one person running the country. We need the entire country running the country. We need everybody singing. Everybody, we gonna make a poll. Everybody in the country, let's gather up. We gonna put in votes. All right, we want this new law about we bringing groceries down, all groceries down by 20%. Everybody gonna make a vote on that shit. 70% Americans say they want it. 30% Americans say they don't want it. Well, the 71, you feel me? Like, that's how that should work. We shouldn't have one nigga deciding everything. Not even just... I mean, yeah, you got the Congress and the House and shit, but that's still 1% of the country, nigga. All them people that's in them high government seats and shit making decisions for us, that's like 1% of the population. We have 1% of grown adults telling what other grown adults what they should do, how to live, what to eat, when to get up, when to go to sleep. Think about that. You a grown ass nigga and you letting another nigga tell you how to run your life? That's what Americans is gonna realize, and we're no longer gonna have this shit, which is happening now. This is why I'm showing this. I'm not even gonna play the rest of this. But apparently Democrats in Texas, Austin, Texas, it was a vote that was gonna be made that was gonna basically still favor him. And they knew that, which is a valid crash out. I don't blame them. If I was one of them, I would have did the same thing. Them niggas said we're getting our shit, we're closing this down, and we're leaving. We're not voting on nothing because we know that this voting that's going to take place is going to be in favor of this nigga. It's not going to be balanced. It's going to be double standard. So we're getting our shit and leaving. They did that. Apparently, that's a federal crime and a felony. I don't know the laws of what to do and not to do as a government official, such as a Democrat or Republic. I don't know the laws of what they should and shouldn't be doing. You feel me? But apparently, they broken the law. Now they're doing a manhunt for these niggas, a statewide manhunt for these niggas all around Texas, because these niggas packed up their shit, left, and a lot of them left the state. Because they knew that they were going to be targeted by this nigga. The government is collapsing in real time, bro. It is. And the Epstein shit is making it worse. And the reason why I say it's making it worse because these niggas keep hiding shit. They even talking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. And Diddy just recently hit up Trump trying to ask Trump to pardon him. Pew. And y'all already seen my last live video where I showed the relations between Trump, Diddy, and Epstein. All three of them were locked in. Now, you can't find no pictures of Diddy and Epstein together, but you can definitely find pictures of Trump and Epstein together and Diddy and Trump together. Which makes me believe that all them three niggas was definitely in contact at some point with each other when it came to that trafficking shit. So the Diddy shit is making Trump even look worse. Cause they like, damn, you got another trafficker that you were always around. Trump was always around Diddy, bro. Going to the parties and everything that Diddy was doing. Look it up. And now that this nigga Diddy going through, he about to get sentenced to jail. Now he trying to hurry up and cry, hit up his homie. Hey, can you pardon me? That nigga not finna pardon him. Shit, that nigga Trump thinking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell more than Diddy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell and Diddy are both bad people. But that bitch Maxwell got it. She worse than that nigga Diddy. Let me play the clip. There you go. Let me hold on. Go back, right? Let me go back in the videos, right? Let me go back. So Charlemagne spoke on the situation with Donald Trump. And I'm gonna play a clip of this.
The first one to ever join the
And everything Charlemagne said was facts. Everything he said in this video was facts.
military in my family. I knew that I wanted to go back to school and produce a big...
Donald J. Trump is called...
So I'm gonna play the part. I'm not gonna play everything that, everything that Charlemagne said in this video was golden facts. But in the shit that he said about Trump on Fox News when Laura Trump, I think one of Donald Trump's daughters, either his daughter or sister, one of the two, I don't know. But he went on Fox News with one of Trump folks, one of his family members that runs a platform on Fox News. She let that nigga, and she's smart. And Charlemagne said something very interesting. Donald Trump needs to watch his back with Elon Musk. Some nigga named Rupert or something. The nigga that owns Wall Street Journal. He need to watch his back with JD Vance, because even JD Vance is like doing some slick shit that could expose Trump, but Trump don't know that. He need to watch his back for Laura Trump. He need to watch his back with the Democrats, because they going federal right now. And more importantly, he need to watch his back with the MAGA base. I think these MAGA people gonna turn on his ass, because one, he's not doing everything that he told the MAGA people he was going to do. And two, this nigga could be a pedophile. He could have been potentially a child trafficker, bro. And is in the president's seats. So he needs to watch his back from Elon, the nigga that owned Wall Street Journal, his own vice president, Laura Trump, and the MAGA base. And last but not least, the American citizens. It's only a matter of time, nigga. So I want to play, everything he said in this video was golden, but I want to show you what this nigga Trump said about this nigga, right? Here we go. Start it from right here.
Could have housed Mike Johnson and your VP JD Vance too. I'm just saying, okay? But anyway, Trump didn't like any of that, so he replied with a long-ass post on Truth Social. Lauren LaRosa, are you sober enough to read it?
I'm good.
Let's listen.
The very wonderful and talented Laura Trump, whose show is a big rating success, put racist sleazebag Charlemagne the God. Why is he allowed to use the word God when describing himself? Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname?
Go study your lessons.
He's a low IQ individual, has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth.
And I just want y'all to say, Charlemagne did not disrespect Trump. When he went on Fox News, he did not disrespect Trump, name called Trump, nothing in that in any way. He just stated the things that he disagreed with what Trump is doing. That's all he did. He just expressed his disagreements and the truths on what's going on with the country while he's in seat. This nigga Donald Trump has he has a fragile ego. He has a very big ego, but it's fragile as fuck. It doesn't take much to break it. And you see it right here.
And knows nothing about me or what I've done. Like just ending 5 wars, including a
Cap. This nigga never ended no wars.
31-year bloodbath between Republic of the Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died and there was no end in sight. He did not know that. He did not know that, or India and Pakistan, or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or
Cap. He didn't wipe out Iran's capabilities neither.
Closing the horrendous open border, or
and Cap. He did not close the borders. He did make it a lot harder for niggas to get over here, but he didn't close shit.
Creating the greatest economy where
and he definitely nigga take the greatest and replace that with worse. Creating the worst economy, nigga. We're fucked. But you know what? If the government collapses and the dollar collapses, wouldn't everything be free at that point? I don't know. I'm just saying, nigga. I'm just saying, nigga. If the dollar collapses and the government collapses at the same time, which I believe is going to happen by 2027, maybe sooner. I dare say maybe sooner in 2026, maybe coming in the beginning of 2026. But because, you know, his big, beautiful bill is supposed to take effect. Hold on, let me see. When is the big, beautiful bill? When's it pass? When did he pass this shit? Act. I'm trying to see something. I think, because I don't think the bill is active yet. I think it's supposed to take act in like, let's see. There's a law capping out the final step of the budget reconciliation process for the 2025 fiscal year, while tax law is expected to grow the U.S. economy by making pro-growth policies like 100% bonus depreciation and research and development, expensing permanent. It misses an opportunity to address the growing deficit and focuses too heavily on political carve-outs like the no tax on exemptions that further complicate the tax code. We estimate that the tax law will increase long-run GDP by 1.2% and increase the deficit by $3 trillion over the next decade when factoring in spending cuts and economic growth. So I guess it's already active. I don't know, bro, but this bill is gonna fuck a lot of people up, bro. It's gonna make the rich richer and the poor poorer. And you know, like I said, when he says creating the greatest economy, niggas is stressing. I don't know when the last time Donald Trump has checked TikTok, Instagram, or even Facebook, but last time I checked, everybody in the economy is fucking frustrated, struggling, and tired, nigga. Frustrated, struggling, and tired, nigga. FST, nigga. Frustrated, struggling, and tired, nigga. This is not the greatest economy. You made the worst economy ever. You started it out in 2016, fucking shit up. Then Biden came behind you to help fuck some shit up. And then you came to top it off on your second term, nigga. And he says where prices and inflation have come way down. No, it's not. The only prices I seen come down was gas prices, nigga. That shit $2 or something now. Grocery prices ain't went down. Them shit's going up, nigga. Them shit's going up, nigga. I don't know how long Dollar Tree gonna be around, nigga, and I still be shopping there, gang. I don't even remember Dollar Tree. Everything was $1 and less in that bitch. Now everything $1.25 and more. It ain't even $1. It's $1.25 and more. They need to call that bitch $1.25 Tree, cause it. And then it says he wants to say we're stupid and corrupt Joe Biden. Don't get me wrong, slow Biden did a lot of crazy shit, but you know different than him. And then he said, but this dope, Charlemagne would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala. Remember 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Yeah, it's the hottest country because niggas is hurt. Niggas is mad. The reason why there's so much attention in America, because the Americans are crying out to the entire world on what the fuck is going on here. And then you got motherfuckers that come from other countries to get established here in America. Them niggas probably considering going back home now. All them Indians and Chinese, you feel me, them Africans and shit. All them niggas considering going back home now with this shit going on here. Shit, if I was Chinese or something, nigga, I'd be back to motherfucker. I'm gone, nigga. Cause this shit, you talking, niggas is struggling. We gone. We going back where we good, nigga. We came here, got our certificates, we got our degrees. Nigga, we got our dual citizenships and shit. We ran up enough money that we needed. We going back home, nigga. We did what we needed. You feel me? If I was one of these foreigners, I'd be getting up out of here quick. Not with this nigga in seat. You don't know what's gonna go down. Like I'm not worried about my people with this nigga in seat. It's a reason why. But I do have a great concern for a lot of the Mexicans. Even the motherfuckers that come from, you know, overseas on the eastern side, whether they be Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, Vietnamese, whether they be Russian, Szechian, Ukrainian, whether they be British, Spanish, you know, from Spain, Romanian, whether them niggas African, Indian, Iranian, Iraqian. I have a great concern for them niggas, bro. Because no telling what the fuck these niggas gonna start doing. Like, no telling what they doing to them niggas already in them ICE camps and shit. No telling what they're doing up in there, bro. And like I said, no telling what this nigga's gonna plan next for a lot of the people that are here that are basically, I don't even want to say they're immigrants, but I call them migrants now because it's really called migration. These niggas migrated from a different part of the land. They're just migrants. But I have a great concern for the migrants that have come from other countries to here because no telling what kind of harm is going to be done to them with this nigga in seat and enforcing a lot of shit and the mind control that he has over niggas, the grip that he has on some of these niggas' brains and consciousness. He can make them damn near do anything. So with that being said, we're going to go back to
new letters coming out from
hiring teams today are seeing
new.
So, to use your. So not only that, he just fired the labor statistics chiefs for high unemployment, basically. This is another news report that I'm going to show right here.
Evidence for that assertion.
To fire the commissioner.
No doubt, and certainly suboptimal, but rigged? Where do you get the notion that it's rigged, or do you have any evidence there?
It is antiquated, but it's also very political. Just days before the election, they put out numbers that it was like the country was on fire. It was doing so well. And then they did a revision about 2 weeks later, and the revision was down by almost 900,000 jobs. They gave phony numbers, and then they revised them a week and a half later.
He said just days before the election. Now, let's get this. Let's listen to what he said. I'm gonna play that one more time. Let me run that back. I'm gonna tell you how slow this nigga Trump is, bro.
Then they did
this nigga slow, bro. Like, he not worse than slow Biden, but he definitely slow though.
Revision about put out numbers that it would
get the notion that it's rigged, or do you have any evidence there?
It is antiquated, but it's also very political. Just days before the election, they put out numbers that it was like
just days before the election. Them captions off.
Days before the election, they put out numbers that it was like the country was on fire. It was doing so well. And then they did a revision about 2 weeks later, and the revision was down by almost 900,000 jobs.
Now, I'm going to stop you right there. If you knew that these niggas put out these numbers before the days before the election, and then after you got elected, you found out 2 weeks later that they revised them, why didn't you do nothing then? Why did you wait all the way until halfway into the half quarter of the year, summer? Why did you wait to the half quarter of the year? Well, shit, we passed half quarter now. It's August. Why did you wait towards the fourth quarter of the year? No, third quarter. You get what I mean. But why did you wait to the second half, nigga, to finally do something? That don't make sense. On top of that, how is firing the labor statistics chief going to better the fucking unemployment rate? Secondly, get rid of fucking Indeed, because Indeed is full of fake jobs. That's the reason why they keep putting out these numbers that employment is the employment rate is up, because you got fucking platforms like Indeed spamming a bunch of fake job spamming a bunch of fucking fake job postings on the fucking app, website, platform, whatever you want to call it. Get rid of shit like Indeed. Get rid of shit like Glassdoors. Get rid of shit like all these fucking job apps. Get rid of those, bro, because you got fucking AI and fucking bots and real people too as well on those platforms, just filling up with fake job postings to meet a quota, a governmental quota, to say that the employment rate is up. But meanwhile, the Americans is saying, especially my generation, bro. My generation they're having a hard time trying to get jobs, because most jobs ain't calling back. They're not even looking at the applications. They're not even taking time to sit in it, bro. I remember when I was working at Wingstop, right, bro. I was there for about a year, almost a year and a half, bro. During like the first 6 to 7 months of that year working there, bro, we wasn't hiring nobody. None of the managers wasn't even really looking at applications like that. But then, after a while, the managers just finally started looking and taking applications back to back and doing interviews. I don't know what happened. But when you got jobs out here like that, where niggas ain't even taking time to read applications and set up interviews and just being lazy, we wonder why the unemployment rate is at an all-time high, nigga. Then you got all these companies that keep this shit been going on since 2021, nigga. You have all these companies that keep laying off niggas. This nigga brought Elon into the government, game or whatever. He brought this nigga Elon on and had this nigga Elon fired a bunch of people in the government, you feel me? They just laid off and fired a whole bunch of people in governmental positions that were under Trump, that have families, they have kids they need to feed, mouths they need to feed, people. Shit, even if they kids grown and shit, because a lot of them motherfuckers be old. Even if they kids grown and shit, some of the kids need $20, $30 now and then just to get by and shit. You feel me? They got families they got to take care of. Rent they got to pay. Car notes they got to handle, nigga. Groceries they got to buy. Healthcare and all that. Like, come on, gang. Be for real. We're watching the government collapse in real time. And I'm actually, don't be scared. Don't be bothered. Don't be worried. When the government collapses, guess who's going to take the power? Us, nigga. I'm just being real with you. Niggas scared. Niggas gonna be scared because these niggas gonna be gone, basically, nigga. They gonna basically implode on themselves, nigga. Don't be scared of that shit, because once they gone, guess who's gonna be running shit again? We is, nigga. We gonna have the word. And everybody gonna be like, how y'all feel about this? Yeah, we feel good on it. Bet we gonna do it. That's what's gonna start happening. We're gonna learn to grow up as Americans, because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people in America are still in a childlike mind state. You gotta remember, you are a child. We all are, nigga. I don't care how old you is. You're a child. And the reason why I say that, because you have a small group of people on this land governing our mentals, government, controlling what we think, what we say, what we do, what we eat, when to fuck, when to sleep, when to wake up, when to go to work, when to pay bill, Think about that, gang. These niggas is governing our entire livelihoods, and we grown adults. We should be able to do that ourselves. The only time these motherfuckers should step in and do something is if a civil war break out amongst the Americans and niggas start fighting each other and shit. The only time these niggas should step up and do some shit is if niggas trying to come attack our country. The only time these niggas should step up and do some shit is when some shit going on, like a natural catastrophe or some shit. All this other shit trying to tell us, trying to raise prices and shit. We should decide how high the prices should be. We should decide where our taxes should go. We should decide who should get billed, you know, because you remember niggas was sending money overseas to Ukraine. We should decide who gets sent money, who don't get sent money, because that's our tax dollars, nigga. You gotta remember, we work for free, nigga. You go to work to make money just to take that same money and pay it back to the government. That's the system that the government built. Think about it. They built that shit. Who you think getting rich? Not you, nigga. Not you, nigga. You have to work a job. Because if you don't work, you can't get a house. If you don't work, you can't get a car. If you don't work, you can't eat. If you don't work, you can't wash yourself, keep up hygiene. If you don't work, you can't, supply your daily habits and needs. If you don't work, you won't have shit, nigga. So you have to work. You have to get some bread, nigga. But guess what? They charge you for electricity that comes from everywhere. Electricity is unlimited, nigga. It's literally unlimited. The universe is an electromagnetic realm. You mean to tell me, nigga, we can't make free electricity around this bitch? Nigga, 80% of the world is water, nigga. You mean to tell me we getting charged for water, nigga? Yes, and them niggas can use reverse osmosis and all that shit on ocean water and make it drinkable. They can, nigga. It don't make sense to me, gang. Like, it don't make sense to me. Air. Them niggas charge you for cold air from machines that take hot air from outside and make it cold. This nigga's not. He's talking about that he's bringing down the unemployment rate. He's not, gang. It's higher than ever. Shit, I'm grateful to have a job, nigga. Even though I don't like fucking working for another nigga, and I'm basically working for free at the end of the day. All my money go to the grocery stores and shit, and all that money go back where? To the government, bro. To the rich. Our taxes go where? Nigga, I get money taken out of my check. Everybody get money taken out of their fucking check for who? The government. And if you file exemption or whatever, you don't get a tax return. And that's crazy. They take all them taxes, bro. Think of how much money you making, bro. Every check all the way up until January. From January to January, bro, they at least take them niggas at least take from the average person. Let's say a person making $50K a year, bro. $50K a year, nigga. Nigga, they at least took $40,000, $30,000 out of taxes off your ass, bro. And then when you do a tax refund, you only get about $2,000, $1,000 of that back. Not even the whole $20,000 they took from you. I could see if niggas was taking your taxes. Let's say the IRS took $10,000 worth of taxes from you the whole year from your checks and shit, and then they gave you that back. I wouldn't even trip about that. That's fair game. But it's the fact them niggas taking more and giving you chump change back. They're giving you breadcrumbs. We're constantly be giving breadcrumbs. And this is going to cause a governmental collapse. If the Americans can't take care of themselves, how the fuck? You gotta remember, most of the federal government employees, all them niggas that work in the federal, government, we pay them. Literally. That's how they get paid. They get paid off our tax dollars. So if we struggling and we ain't got no more tax dollars to pay because shit done risen up and we can't afford shit no more, how the fuck they gonna get paid? That's gonna collapse the government. There's so many things that are happening right now that is causing the government to literally implode on itself. And it can't be stopped at this point. We too deep in. Well, my bad, not we. They're too deep in. Because when they collapse, it's gonna be bad for them. It's not gonna be bad for us, nigga. We already fucked up out here. They just gonna be on our level when they get fucked up. That's all. And they not gonna know how to manage it. We gonna know how to manage it. They not. You gotta think about it. A motherfucker that was born in a rich family, they don't know how to live through the struggle. So once they get placed in the struggle, they just gonna die. Only the strong survive. Survival of the fittest. But when you take a motherfucker that's been through the struggle, put them in the hood. Make them rich, then strip them again and put them back in the struggle. They gonna know how to get up out of that struggle and become rich again because they already lived through the struggle. Now another thing, right? Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, my bad. Hold on, let me go back.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
The new letters coming.
Now I'm gonna play this thing. This is about the Epstein shit. Bro, this is one time. This is the one time in American history where niggas is actually staying focused and pushing shit. No matter what distractions come our way, niggas is driving it home, bro. And that's the Epstein case. Niggas talking about aliens is on the way. Niggas is talking about this. Niggas is talking about, you got earthquakes and shit and tsunamis about to hit the West Coast and shit. Luckily, they didn't get hit. You got all this shit going on, and Americans is still driving it home with this Epstein shit. We want that client list, nigga. We want it. We want it. And it's gotten so bad that there's other government officials, even Republicans. Because you gotta remember, Donald Trump is a Republican. You got Republicans trying to get this shit out. Trying to push it to get that client list out, nigga. You got niggas within the government trying to, put it like this, the ones in the government that's not pushing to get this shit out, they're on that client list. The ones that's pushing hard as fuck to get that shit out, they're not on that client list, and they're just as they just left in the dark just as much as us, nigga, and they want to know what the fuck going on. Cause they concerned. Them niggas is concerned like shit, nigga. Is there really a child predator, sex trafficker in seat right now? Cause if it is, we need to get that nigga up out of here. Now I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna play right here when him and this lady start talking, right?
Trafficker. We turn to Michelle Goldberg, who has been reporting and writing about this for some time for the New York Times, MSNBC analyst. Your view about this story and how it continues with the substantive help to Maxwell. She's been upgraded.
It's so astonishing. And I mean, I feel like so many astonishing things happen in this rolling catastrophe of an administration that we lose track of it. But how quick?
I know this off topic, but my baby Bob going crazy, but she got that bitch done, nigga. She was looking like Edna with that mother. Don't nobody got a better Bob than my baby Edna, on God. From Incredibles, y'all remember Miss Edna? They make the super suits from, boy, don't nobody got a cleaner Bob than her, nigga. Her shit coming close to hers. I ain't gonna cap.
We have moved from Trump is going to blow the lid off on the Epstein conspiracy to Trump is going to both, sort of do favors for Epstein's chief conspirator. And now the idea of a pardon is out there in the ether. It's really astonishing. And
so recently, and I've seen this as well, which kind of blew my mind, but recently the president, Donald Trump, was talking about pardoning a powerful sex trafficker. Think about that. He's out his own mouth was considering and still is considering pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. And they transferred her to a let me just say a luxury prison. They say she's in minimum security now or some shit like that. She was in maximum security, but now she's in minimum security now. In other words, she probably somewhere in a nice ass, not even a jail cell, like some type of it's like a prison, but it's like it got TV, a couch, food, refrigerator. Like she living in one of them junks.
And I think the question then becomes, first of all, why this transfer, which is, which nobody has even given the ghost of an explanation for.
This is the same photo. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And don't forget Donald Trump and Diddy. Go look at them pictures. These are the same pictures I pulled up. And she looked like a robot still. This nigga wife.
And then what is Trump hiding, right? Because all of this is happening when Ghislaine Maxwell, there still is a possibility that she could be subpoenaed to testify before Congress. So first you have Trump sending his former private attorney, now a Justice Department official, to speak to her for hours on end. Then she gets this inexplicable transfer. And again, I'm somebody who didn't necessarily think that there was something terribly incriminating about Donald Trump in these files. But he is doing his best. I mean, on the one hand, he says he wants this story to go away. He wants people to stop talking about it. But he obviously doesn't want that enough not to make, or for his administration not to make these moves that, at least on the surface, look extraordinarily incriminating.
Yeah, these are huge risks. These are very guilty-looking risks, to your point. And in politics, looking guilty is bad. In law, we have a different standard. And as you were careful to note, the fact that somebody's referenced or caught up in a scene is not at all probative of the higher criminal standard. And he hasn't, even when he was out of power, been accused of that kind of wrongdoing. And he's famously been accused and faced prosecution for other wrongdoing. As for the so-called transparency, that's the other whole bit of it, Michelle. They have twisted themselves in knots. The victims, as I reported, are upset about it. But the government officials have twisted themselves in knots in a way that they can't hide. There were enough FBI personnel involved that people discussed it with reporters, and reporters very carefully sourced and fact-checked. Bongino famously talked about, well, if they don't release it, he might quit. Well, he hasn't quit, and they haven't released it. And it goes on in that manner, where then one of the floated things, as you know, and I'll remind viewers because there's been so many twists and turns, was, maybe they need a special counsel. You don't need a special counsel. You have all the stuff. You don't need a new way to punt it out for a year.
Right.
If anyone was serious about transparency. Here's what Obama's AG said about that debate right now.
So, yeah, we don't even want the files. We don't want where niggas was pulling up at. We don't want details of what happened to the victims. We don't want no details of how much this person got sold for and how much this organ went for from this. We don't want to know nothing about that. We just want to know the client list. We want to see the list of clients that were shopping with this nigga for children, young women, young men, and organs. For these satanic ritual parties that take place in Hollywood. I mean, how the fuck you think Diddy was getting his supply of fucking? Come on now. Where do you think the Bohemian Grove was getting their supply of to do their rituals there? Well, they don't go to the Bohemian Grove no more. They got a new spot. Niggas don't know where it's at though, because they not gonna tell you. But and not just in America. This is around the world where a lot of this shit is taking. Don't get me started on them. Don't get me started on them the Star of David niggas, the 6-point star niggas. I can't say they shits because we know how gang stalking and YouTube and shit be. But the 6-point star niggas that wear the little top hats, I mean not the top hats, they wear the little black shits on their head and having Hanukkahs and shit like that. Yeah, them niggas is known for sacrificing babies to the god Baal. The god Baal and the god there's 3 gods that they worship, bro. And these 3 gods, I'm starting to think that these 3 gods is running all these religious books, nigga. These 3 gods tie in together. Baphomet, Moloch, Pindar. Bible, Quran, Torah. Bible, Quran, Torah. Baal, Baphomet, Moloch. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Them Hanukkah niggas, the juice box niggas, the apple juice niggas, the apple juice. Yeah, them niggas, they're known for trafficking children. Where do you think they were getting their supply of shit from? from America. Remember the apple juice niggas in New York that got caught having them underground tunnels in New York and shit? No telling how many more of them around America, especially in Atlanta, California, and Texas.
This is a...
So finally, you would release the files if you were Attorney General right now?
Yeah, I mean, take into account, the privacy interests of various people, certainly the victims uppermost, but there is investigative material that can certainly be released, that should be released. The focus shouldn't be on grand jury material because there are a whole bunch of problems with respect to the release of grand jury materials. But with regard to investigative files that are in the possession of the Justice Department and the FBI, those materials should be released.
So what does the secrecy tell us?
Well, I mean, it's certainly not about the victims, right? And that has been their fig leaf so far. You've heard that from Kash Patel and from others, that they can't release this material because it would re-victimize these women. Now, these women are out there saying, or
that's a fucking excuse,
at least some of them, that they feel victimized by the way the administration is handling this.
Did you hear that? The victims are saying that they are feeling victimized by these niggas hiding it. The victims, even the victims want this shit to get out to the world. Even the victims want this shit to get out to the world. The women that were being trafficked, as little girls, they grown women now, but the women that were being trafficked as little girls by this nigga Epstein, Trump, and Diddy. Well, Diddy came in a little later, but still. Even they're saying they feel victimized by the government trying to hide this shit. They want it out. Even they want it out so they can feel justified, bro. As a people, it would take mass amounts of weights off their shoulders if the world knows who, when, and what happened to these women, and most importantly, who was involved. And when was they involved, and where was they involved? That would take so much weight off their shoulders, bro. It will. These women probably still having a hard time. They not gonna be able to sleep right at night until that shit get out, gang. Hell, a lot of Americans, the people that ain't victims, a lot of Americans can't even sleep at night knowing potentially the president is a pedophile and a trafficker.
Is handling this material, and yet it's not changing the administration's approach. So I think we can rule out any concern about that from their motives. And again, we don't know what they're hiding. We only know that the indications are overwhelming that they're hiding something, and that they're willing to take significant political hits. I mean, right, the floating a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell is crazy. It's, and it's also guaranteed to keep this story alive now, long after this administration has tried to put it to bed. And yet they're willing to do it. Why?
Like she said, the fact that was even put in the ethers. I don't know if y'all heard her say that, but she said the ethers. She I think she tuned in, nigga. She be watching them spiritual TikTok videos. I could tell, nigga. She said the ethers, nigga. So yeah, this is getting real, bro. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me switch my face cam. Is my face cam still fucked up? Oh yeah, it is. Hold on, let me. There we go. Pull that down. Hold on, let me pull up one more thing real quick, right? Oh, that's why my face cam is fucked up too. Oh, actually, matter of fact, put on my intro scene. There we go. Put on my intro scene. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Now supposedly they supposed to be doing a subpoena for Epstein files. So House committee subpoenas Clinton's and former DOJ officials for Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton was called by the House committee to make a testimony on this shit.
The House Oversight Committee has...
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Big news reverberating.
I started my degree in 1986. 30 years later, decided to complete my goals, earning my degree.
Big news reverberating from D.C. is investigating the Jeffrey Epstein case, of course, now issuing subpoenas to several high-profile people. That includes Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Remember, Bill Clinton was on the flight logs.
Some of the other names on the list are former FBI and Justice Department officials like James.
Damn. Hold on. Bill and Hillary Clinton. So maybe Hillary had something to do with it. Former U.S. Attorneys General, and FBI directors. FBI director. These are like head niggas. These ain't just regular FBI niggas. The FBI directors are niggas that are head of the FBI. U.S. Attorneys General, nigga? What? In records? Bill Clinton? Hillary? Attorneys Generals and FBI directors? Damn, nigga. I told y'all, it's some high-ranking government officials, celebrities, and popular or notable, powerful businessmen on that list, bro.
James Comey, Merrick Garland, Bob Mueller, and Bill Barr.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration is asking for more time to provide a federal court with information about its position on unsealing those Epstein files. Officials faced a deadline of today to lay out whether or not they wanted the grand jury transcripts to be made public. NBC News national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter joins us now. So, Tom, let's start with these newly issued subpoenas. How exactly does the House Oversight Committee hope that this will help with this investigation?
Well, short of the people that did the clerical work or did the janitorial services of the Justice Department over the last 3 decades, they've pretty much subpoenaed everybody. And I think the idea here is that we're going to talk to the people that were involved initially in the investigation, people who were the Attorney General at the time that non-prosecution agreement was at least discussed, or the decision not to charge Jeffrey Epstein, which the FBI wanted to do. They had a criminal complaint ready to go on him back in 2007 and conducted an investigation starting in.
Damn, these niggas had a criminal complaint on this nigga back in 2007. So that means the government been known that this nigga was, they been known what this nigga was doing, bro. That's all that tells me right there. Just that one sentence alone tells me these niggas, and you gotta think about it, bro. These niggas got the craziest technology to spy on you in your house with a fucking mosquito, but you can't find the niggas that's kidnapping children every 40 seconds, nigga. But you want to send me Amber Alerts like I'm Batman, nigga? You fucking crazy, gang. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, nigga. If I was rich, right now, if I had like $200,000, $400,000, I'm going to get plenty of blicks. I'm getting the fastest whip. I'm going to get a suit and a fire-ass mask so niggas don't know my identity. And shit, I'm gonna just spend my time capturing them niggas. I ain't gonna cap. If I had the money, I would though. But I'm broke just like every other motherfucking gotta go to work and just like every other nigga, bro. If I was some of these streamer ass niggas, on God, nigga, I would be streaming myself going to catch sex trafficking victims. I would be streaming myself on some Chris. Man, it's all fun and games until Chris Hansen walk in the White House. I ain't gonna lie, we're Chris Hansen. We need that nigga bad right now, nigga. It's all fun and games until Chris Hansen walk in the fucking White House and be like, Donald Trump, we here to talk to you today, man. Can you sit down for me? Can you sit down right there? He walking him up. My bad. Chris Hansen already be in the crib. He already be in that bitch. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, you know, if I was one of these rich streamer ass nigga, do you know how much do you know how much numbers I would do on streaming every day, catching traffickers, child predators, and yeah, pretty much. That's all I'll be capturing. Pedophiles and traffickers, nigga. Human traffickers, child traffickers, nigga. My numbers would go crazy on my streaming platform, nigga. I'm blicked up in the whip. Twitch would ban me for that, nigga. Twitch, Kick, YouTube. Well, I don't know about Kick. I think Kick would fuck with me. But Twitch and YouTube would ban me for that shit. Because they don't like when people spreading positive energy like that. Because then guess what? Me doing that shit would motivate somebody else to take their money and go out here and catch these niggas. Hell yeah, nigga, if I had the money and the Amber Alert pop on my phone, I know the nigga car, and that's what be killing me. These niggas give you the car license plate, what these niggas wearing, what the kid was wearing, how old they is, and where in the last location they was at. But you mean to tell me you can't find them niggas? Your police department can't find them niggas. The FBI can't find them niggas. Y'all can't take one day out of the month. My bad. Y'all can't take at least 1 week out of the month to deploy at least 100,000 military, Marines, Navy SEALs, Air Force to go look for traffickers. At least once a week out the month. Do you... Come on, man. Yeah. Niggas gotta wake up early in the morning with me with this shit, bro.
In 06. So these subpoenas today really is kind of a catch-all effort for anybody who might have been involved. Of course, the Clintons are involved because we know Bill Clinton flew on the plane. Ghislaine Maxwell was at the Clintons' daughter's, Chelsea Clinton's, at her wedding. And so I'm sure they've got a lot of questions to ask about that. I'm sure any opportunity to put the Clintons before a Republican-led panel would be something, obviously, that they would be interested in. To put the Clintons before a Republican-led panel would be something.
Wait, can y'all see this shit? Can y'all see this shit? Okay, y'all can't see this shit. I just accidentally opened Ubisoft. My bad. That nigga Bill Clinton look like a black... That nigga look like a Black Ops zombie, my nigga. Look at him. God damn, Ubisoft. Get up out of here, nigga. Damn. Like, look. This is what I mean by the government is just full of old people, bro. Look at this. 50s. 60, 70. This nigga, is that fucking Dana White? God, that shit. God, this shit so random. Oh shit, God, that shit was too funny, fool. Cause I'm over here going from each person, fool, and this nigga Dana White. To those who don't know who Dana White is, you gotta be like a fucking youngin' or something, bro. Dana White is the CEO of the UFC. Oh shit, bro. And he's the CEO of the nigga that do the slap contest and shit, bro. Bro, I did not expect to see this nigga up in this bald ass nigga up in here, nigga. This Joe Rogan brother, nigga. Joe Rogan is the off-brand version of Dana White. But anyway, 60, 70. This nigga Dana White, 50. That bitch back there, 60. That nigga back there, 70. That nigga back there is 80. That bitch back there with the big, damn, her forehead, big as fuck, 50. This nigga right here, 60. There's nothing but old people in the fucking government, bro. Get them niggas out of here. That's another reason why the government's so fucked up. You got a bunch of motherfuckers with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, fucking dementia, a high case of what they call that shit? What's that shit where bones be aching and shit like that? It start with an A, bro. How'd I forget it? Arthritis and shit. Yeah, all these old motherfuckers with all kind of shit in the fucking government seat, and we wonder why the America is in the state it is in today. Yeah. We wonder why America is in the state it's in today. Because of these old motherfuckers in seat and shit. Imagine if the government was filled with motherfuckers in their 20s and 30s. Nowhere past 30. Only the 20s and 30s. So many... I'm talking about fire decisions would be made. Would literally turn us around, bro. For the better.
Questions to ask about that. I'm sure any opportunity to put the Clintons before a Republican-led panel would be something, obviously, that they would be interested in as well. So there is a political component to all of this, but there's also a let's just get everybody involved, get them in front of the committee and testify. Whether or not that leads to charges, typically not. If somebody lies, they make a referral, but typically this is probably not going to lead to something that that we see additional charges out of.
Okay. So almost a dragnet approach that you're describing.
Right.
Now, separately, the Trump administration is hoping to get an extension from this Friday's deadline to lay out its position, Tom. When it comes to the release of the Epstein documents, are we talking about potentially thousands of documents, and where does that stand?
Probably not. I mean, this is going to be an instance where, and they've already telegraphed in their court filings, look, the public generally knows the information that's in here. I mean, first off, we knew this was going to be the case. We report on this. We talked about this over the last couple of weeks. If you have an indictment, you know what the grand jury heard because the grand jury had to listen to the.
And remember, this was when Trump was like in his 30s, bro. This nigga Epstein was in his 30s, bro. Look how strong his chin was back then. That nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga bottom chin go crazy, nigga. I bet when he opened his mouth, that shit wide as fuck, nigga. That nigga chin strong as shit. Like his whole bottom jaw just like it can extend down if he open it up and it's double jointed or some shit.
That to vote on the indictment in the first place. So that's generally instructive of the types of things it would have. But today in the letter from the U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton here in Manhattan, he said, look, most of the information that's contained in these grand jury transcripts was already made public during.
Look, I don't know where they at. They probably had some party and shit. He probably already pointing out like, yeah, I like her right there. We're going to get that one. Then we're going to get this one. Like, this shit crazy, bro.
In the course of the Maxwell trial, not necessarily the case with the indictment and the grand jury that heard testimony for Jeffrey Epstein, because, of course, we didn't have a trial there. He died by suicide. But there were just 2 days of testimony.
I still, to this day, I know that nigga didn't die by suicide. He faked his death. This nigga is still alive, bro. He's somewhere out there still. When you have that much fucking money, bro, do y'all not know the term money, power, and respect? The more money you get, the more power you get, the more power you get, and however you use that power, you can only get respect 2 ways, nigga. Through righteousness or through fear, nigga. I mean, through justice or through fear. Them the only 2 ways to get respect. You either have a bunch of niggas respect you out of fear, or you have a bunch of niggas respect you out of justice, nigga. And in America, most respect comes from out of fear, nigga. So, with all that being said, this nigga got money, ties, connections to make anything happen, bro. Anything. When you literally traffic, you're the plug. You're the plug, the outlet for Hollywood's organs and all that shit. You feel me? This nigga definitely faked his death. He's somewhere still out there, bro. We don't know where, gang. I would like to think this nigga is somewhere in fucking Israel. I like to say that he might be hidden. I think that Jeffrey Epstein, after he faked his death, he took off to Israel. He took off somewhere to Israel, bro. Because they are the home of pedophiles.
Testimony that the grand jury heard leading up to Epstein's indictment. And as they've already telegraphed in court papers, it was mostly from law enforcement. So summary witnesses, basically an FBI agent would come in and say, here's all the things we found, here's all the documents, here's all the evidence that we uncovered. And so that's something that would have been presented to the grand jury. But again, a lot of that, the general scope and gist of it has been made public through the Epstein indictment or the follow-on Ghislaine Maxwell trial. So I don't expect, and they pretty much have told us, there's not going to be anything here that's going to be particularly new revelations or something.
Yeah, because these niggas keep giving us what they want to give us. They're not going to get, I'm telling y'all, bro, they trying to hide this shit as long as possible. I think it's going to get out, though. That list is going to get out. I don't know how. Like I said, the government is collapsing in real time. It's a lot of tension between them niggas inside them seats and shit. Because like I said, not everybody is on fucked up shit in these high places, too, though. Not everybody on fucked up shit. Anyways, let me just say there's a reason why whistleblowers and double agents exist. That's all I'm gonna say. This is how I think the files is going to get out. Or I meant the list is going to get out, the client list. This is how I think it's going to get out. And it's going to be the most cliche way possible. Somebody, some way, somehow is going to be close enough to actually see the client list. They're somehow going to sneakily get a picture of it, and they're going to leak it on the media. Simple as that. They're going to leak it out to social media, and they're going to leak it, and they're going to give and they're also going to give it to every blog post possible, nigga. New York Post, Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, all these news networks. Telling you, gang, that's how it's going to get out. Because you got a lot of motherfuckers that be whistleblowing and they be tired of shit too. That's in them seats. It's not just all of them. That's why I said the ones that's the government officials that's fighting to get this shit out, we know for a fact they not on that list because they want it out. That means they ain't on that motherfucker. But the ones that's not really fighting and keep making excuses and pushing it off and saying this and saying that, they on that motherfucker, boy. They on that bitch. And I guarantee you, I bet you all the money in the world, if Trump was never on that list, he was never an evil nigga and a trafficker or none of that shit, that nigga would have released that shit the same day he got in seat, nigga. He'd have released that shit the same day he got in seat. Didn't do it. And he's trying to hide it. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that, gang. So, hold on, let me see if it's... I'm gonna pull up one more picture for y'all too. So, Sean Combs Diddy's has reached out to Trump about pardon. Combs was convicted on 2 counts of interstate prostitution. It's more than that. That nigga was doing way more than that, I'm gonna be honest with you. And faces up to 20 years in prison. And it says Sean defense team has reached out to President Donald Trump seeking a pardon after his conviction on prostitution-related offenses. A source close to legal team told NBC News on Tuesday and asked about pardons in an interview with Newsmax on Friday. Trump said they have talked to me about Sean, but did not announce any decision. The source close to Combs' legal team confirmed to NBC News that has been in contact with the Trump administration. The confirmation that the Trump administration has been approached was earlier reported Tuesday by CNN in an interview with defense team member Nicole Westmoreland. The White House would not comment on the existence or non-existence of any clemency request. Combs, no. So basically, we don't know. He didn't deny it. But he didn't accept it, so we don't know. But if this nigga pardoned him, that make it look even worse. That's all I'm gonna say. If this nigga pardoned him, that make it look worse. If he pardons Ghislaine Maxwell, that makes it look worse. If he pardons both of them, get that nigga the firing squad. Get that nigga the firing squad. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all see this shit? Look at this shit. They partied together and called each other friends in the past, but in 2020, Combs said Trump should be banished. And, you know, we ain't worried about that. But these niggas been partying together for years. Years, nigga. Years, nigga. Years, nigga. Look at this. Years, nigga. Years, nigga. These niggas been around each other for years. Look how young Diddy was. Diddy was at least 20, bro. In his early 20s, bro. This is his early 20s. And they've been meeting up all the way until this nigga was old as shit 2020, bro. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, let me see. Where that one photo at? Oh, here it go. Right here. Look at this shit. I'm gonna leave this. This gonna be the picture too. This gonna be the picture for the thumbnail. I'm gonna leave this up and then I'm gonna close it here, nigga. So, my first question is, what do you think my man right here, the orange Cheeto hair nigga, what do you think he could be telling this nigga Diddy to have this nigga biting his lip that damn hard? Nigga, what the fuck could he be telling him? He's like, yeah, you know, I know a real good guy. And I mean, he's a real great guy. You know, he does excellent business. You know, the most top tier business. And, you know, I know that you want to get in on a trafficking game. So, you know, I got this man. He goes by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. He's a real good man. You know how Donald Trump be talking. And he could supply you all the little boys you need. The little black boy. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how them niggas talk to each other. Oh, you feel me? I just try to make jokes to keep us laughing from crying. To keep us crying by laughing, nigga. My bad, I had to scratch my eye and shit. But yeah, though, nigga, so with that being said, it's bad. It's looking real bad for the entire government right now. It's a firehouse, bro. It's a firestorm. These niggas too busy trying to figure out they trying to push out the alien and Project Bluebeam shit. Then they trying to figure out you gotta remember the climate change shit. Then the economy is fucked up. And last but not least, pedophilia in high places like the government, bro. And it's looking real bad. Last but not least, this nigga Trump is making himself look even worse, bro. And when I say this, bro, this is a theory. This is not no type of threat or nothing, because I don't need the FBI, CIA. I don't need none of them niggas targeting me or trying to arrest me or none of that. This is a message to the FBI and the CIA. Y'all need to keep Trump. Y'all need to keep a close eye on that nigga. Like, protective. Y'all need to be close around that nigga. Because I believe, fuck it, I know somebody's going to pull the third assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I don't know when. I don't like, y'all know me, I don't like to predict days or shit, but I do know there will be because we had 2 already, and I already said a while back, and I still got the video. I just privated it, but I still got the video. I can unprivate it and show niggas that I predicted this nigga's second assassination attempt. I predicted that shit. And I also said in that video it was going to be a third one, and I'm still standing on that to this day. Somebody gonna try to assassinate this nigga, and they gonna succeed. They will succeed. I mean, shit, the Simpsons been predicting shit for years on end, nigga. They gonna clap this nigga. This nigga gonna get clapped. I'm not threatening him. It's the context clues. All the shit he keeps doing is gonna lead up to these consequences, nigga. If he just stop what the fuck he doing, be transparent, be truthful, let all the shit out, do whatever he gotta do, take the fall, take the blame, take the hits, all that shit, nigga. Do what you gotta do so it don't keep you from getting clapped, nigga. And I think that's how he's gonna get clapped, is because of this Epstein shit, bro. It's getting bad for him right now, bro. This nigga went from looking like a god, because you remember he survived that assassination, the ear was bleeding and shit, having his fist up as he was walking out. Anyways, like I said, he went from being at a god to niggas to now the devil to niggas. I told y'all he two-faced. Now he's looking like more like the devil. He's looking more like the devil. Yeah. See how shit changed quickly? When niggas tell you all this shit just to get you to vote for them, just to get something out of you, and then when they finally get it up out of you, they start acting different than the motherfucker. Come on now. 48 laws of power. Look it up. Act nice to somebody when you need something. And then when they give it to you, stop acting nice and turn evil on them. Simple as that. That's what he did. And it worked. Because a lot of people in America don't have strong mental fortitudes. A lot of people have weak mental fortitudes, bro. And it allows them to be manipulated. It allows them to be lied to. It allows other people to create illusions in their reality to keep them asleep and slumber. That's the true meaning of magic. That's the true meaning of controlling the mind and utilizing the mind. The government is collapsing in real time, y'all. It's falling apart. Niggas is beefing with each other. Niggas is arresting Democrats and shit. Or they trying to arrest them because niggas don't fled the state. They basically did, these Democrats did all of them. All of them. It wasn't just one or a couple of them. The entire Democrats of Texas pulled a felony by basically just upping and saying we not voting and we closing the house down. And then after once they realized that they pulled a crime, now they're fleeing. Now you're considered a fugitive. Them niggas is considered fugitives now. Whether niggas like it or not, they're considered fugitives, running away from the authorities, nigga, from government authorities. That's an even bigger felony. It's getting real out here, nigga. It's getting real out here. And then this nigga firing off, it's finna get bad in the government, bro. Like, it's gonna be a civil war is on the way, bro. It is. Because you got motherfuckers clashing in the government right now. You got the righteous trying to get shit revealed, trying to get shit back in order. And you got the motherfuckers that's tyrants controlling shit and trying to keep the order through chaos. And they're clashing heads, and it's causing a collapse within the government. And then it's causing more problems amongst the American people. And now the American people, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I say civil war, I don't mean the North versus the South, that West versus the East, like in the movies and shit. No, when I say civil war, it's the people versus the fucking entire government, nigga. It's the people versus it. And it's gonna start in America first. And guess what? That shit is gonna spark up other civil revolutions in other countries. When they see how we start moving here, other countries is gonna follow suit. Because our government is not the only corrupt government, nigga. Y'all better go look at China government, Russia government, Japan, especially North Korea and South Korea. Y'all better go look at all them other. Don't get me started on Israel. Y'all want to know who worse than America? Israel. They're the #1 dogs that gotta get. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I appreciate y'all. I value y'all. Most importantly, let me show y'all this one more time. What could he have been telling this nigga in his ear to make him bite his lip that hard? I'm done, man. I appreciate y'all. I value y'all. Like always, y'all stay in tune. One love, make universal love, y'all. It's getting gritty, nigga. I'm out.